I want to give you guys my testimony on how me believing in God changed my life. Now, I believe this is a new me, you know, I really do. Before, I've always had faith in God, but it was like faith without works, if you get what I mean. I had faith, but I didn't read the Bible. I didn't really study His Word, and I didn't really talk about Him, and I didn't really pray either. So it was like I had faith, but I was not like active in my faith. I wasn't like showing that I had faith in God. So it was pretty much dead faith, you know. It was just I believe in God without showing I believe in God, you know. So there was no actions that I did. But I would say this, around the time, for a long time, I've been suffering through a lot of emotional turmoil, a lot of emotional issues from all the years through school, all the years with my family, friends. Through my life, I put my trust in toxic friends. I had 2 toxic friends that I met, and they never failed to remind me how insignificant I was. They will lie to me, you know, they'll make me feel like I've owed them stuff. They'll like make me feel less than them. Like, I talk about it a lot on this channel in general. There's plenty of like self-reflection videos I've made where I, you know, discuss how my relationship is with my family and friends, but my friends, my toxic friends, weren't really my friends, you know, and that's why I try to get out of the habit of calling them friends, because that's not my definition of friends anymore. And I want to say that for everybody out there. If you have somebody toxic as your friend, you shouldn't label them as a friend. Just call them a person. I always say a person I considered a friend at the time, when I had a lack of knowledge of what a true friend was. I was desperate, very desperate for love, attention, friends, affection, a lot of things. I sought out for validation from a lot of people. I used to allow like lust to take over me. Some people only show you affection through sex. Let's put it like that. Through sex, sexual things, anything relating to sex. Sometimes that's the only way people show you affection and give you attention. If it's not sexual, then they just treat you like you're nothing. That's how some people operate. I want to say a few relationships like that. It wasn't like physical, but it was all done through text. I also have friends that didn't care. They didn't care about me. They didn't love me as a person. They weren't those type of friends. It was easier for them to tell me they hate me than they love me. And when it came to family, of course, you know, family, I always felt like a disappointment when it came to family. I really felt like I wasn't living up to my family's expectations of me. I want to say it's mostly me that felt like that. That's the way I perceived it through how they treated me. I know my family loves me. I don't know if that was their intention to make me feel that way. I wouldn't say it was, but through the way that they treat me and the things that they say to me, that I can't live on my own, that I can't do this, that I can't do that. You know, a lot of things when I hear can't a lot, it sounds like they're really just underestimating my abilities. So a lot of the times I felt like they really doubted me and they didn't have any faith in me. They didn't have any hope for me, is what I mean. You know, so I never really felt like I was like good enough. For a long time, I basically felt like I definitely wasn't living up to my potential, you know. I felt underestimated, I felt lost. I also felt very dependent, you know. Like, I'm no stranger to codependent relationships. Like, I know how it be when it's like, when you say you can't live without somebody. I feel like before God, before studying God, before praying to God, before actually prioritizing His Word, I was literally lost. I was lost in a mist of trouble, a mist of pain, a mist of a lot. There was one day where I felt a shift, you know. There was one day I prayed and I felt this shift within me. It was like a relief. One day I woke up, and it happened on my birthday, you know. I woke up and I just felt this there was this like death feeling inside. Something inside me that's like relaxed. There was like no tension. It was almost like relaxed. That's what I mean. It's like there was this relaxed feeling within me. And I was actually happy. Like on my birthday, I woke up happy. Usually I wake up upset sometimes because I feel like there's nothing I need to look forward to. You know, I feel sad in the mornings. I feel like, you know, I have no friends, I have no company. You know, I'm not where I want to be in life. You know, I don't have my career. I'm not making money. I'm not doing anything that's like impactful. So I felt like, you know, every time I wake up, I'm feeling like just another day of me wasting time. But that particular day, I felt a relaxed feeling inside, and I actually felt happy. And I felt like I could leave. I felt like I could leave my toxic relationship. I felt no longer trapped. I felt like it was almost like this hesitant feeling I thought about leaving my friends and leaving everybody with the fear of being lonely. I didn't feel that anymore. I didn't feel that attachment. So it was almost like there was no knot. I wasn't tied into this relationship no more. So I just left. I literally felt disconnected. I felt like free, you know, and I left my toxic friends, and I unadded a lot of people off my social media, and I just took a break, you know, from everything. And I always say that was the work of Jesus. That was the work of the Lord. He helped untie these knots in my life, these toxic relationships that I felt trapped in. He helped me just release. I just felt like it didn't matter to me anymore. But of course, like, I was good, I was doing healthy after that, and of course we're always gonna have our battles. There will always be another person or another thing that comes in. And yes, there was people that came in and tried to tempt me away from that. There's people that act like they relate to me, that act like, you know, me and them see eye to eye to try to move me away from where I'm at, you know. But I remember once I got away from everything, I turned to the Bible and I started reading it. And the more I read it, the more wisdom I obtained. It was almost like the more I read it, the more I realized, you know. And a lot I resonated with. It really showed me the truth about a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of situation. Like, it really showed me life. And that's basically what I was looking for, the meaning of life. I feel like a lot of people want to know the meaning of life. And a lot of them, some people look to scientists, some people look to other people. But I feel like the Bible is the perfect interpretation of the meaning of life. I always used to describe the feeling I felt in the past of my old self as beneath soil, where I can hardly breathe, almost suffocating. You know, I felt crushed. I felt like every side of me was just crushed, like I couldn't breathe. I was suffocating. I had so many ties with so many toxic people. It was literally strangling me, like literally constricting me. That's what it felt like. I was overextending myself a lot. I was just doing way too much that I didn't have to do. And I just finally let go. I stopped being desperate. I stopped seeking, and I started to just be content. I started to just say, you know what? I would get whatever I need in God's timing. Like, I'm tired of searching and being disappointed. I'm tired of trying to do things and it just fails, because I'm trying to do it all by myself. It was hard to make this video. I mean, extremely hard. It's because of me being vulnerable. It's like me being vulnerable and me being open about my testimony and how Jesus helped me and how the Lord took away all these toxic relationships from me. It's like, it's definitely something I never imagined myself doing. I also felt like I needed to make this video for anybody that could relate to me, for anybody going through what I just described, all the toxicity, sinking and just suffocating and all of that, just temptation and evil and like toxic attachments, for anybody that's drowning in that, for people that could relate to that feeling. I made this video to tell you that there is a way out. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. And there's a lot of people that are going to disagree with me, and I already know there's a lot of people that are not gonna really like this video, because there's a lot of people that don't believe in Jesus. A lot of people associate God with religion. I don't believe in that. You know, I don't believe you have to be religious to believe in God. There's a lot of people with a very basic understanding of God or anything, and every time they hear the word God, they hear the word religion. I'm a Christian, yes, but I'm not religious. I'm a Christian because I'm a follower of Jesus. I believe in Jesus. I believe that he did resurrect in his flesh. I believe that he is going to save us all one day. I believe in Jesus. I believe Jesus is God. That's why I'm a Christian. I just want to say that God really did have an impact on my life. All my life, I've always had that passion to share love amongst many people and help many people with their problems and life issues. I just want to say, for anybody watching this video, God loves you. He hasn't forgotten about you, and he's working every day in your life. Even if you don't believe him, he's working every day in your life, and it's never too late to turn to him. I want to say, spend your time wisely, as you know, life is unpredictable. You never know what can happen. Try to live in love, because there's a lot of people that need it. And I definitely needed it in that time. I feel like a lot of people who don't have love in their life, they go do some crazy things and they get attached to some crazy people because they do not recognize what real love is. So try to be as loving and kind to others as you can. Try to show them what true love is. Try to represent love. I really hope this video touches someone. I love all you. Amen.